Good morning, it's Tamaya. Welcome to Maya's Minute. Just wanted to chat with you a little bit this morning about communication. Like, what is the communication like in your marriage? Are you and your spouse going days without talking to each other? Like, I know we grow up and we hear people saying, like, oh, they're going to be in the doghouse, or oh, they're going to sleep on the couch tonight. And you hear stuff like that, and it sounds funny, but ultimately in reality, like, that is not like what it's supposed to be like, or that's not what it's meant to be like. Am I saying like relationships are going to be perfect? Definitely not. Marriage is not going to be perfect because you're talking about two different people, two personalities, two mindsets, two attitudes, two ways of seeing things, and those two are coming into one one space. So yes, the other person is gonna get on your nerves. They're gonna bother you sometimes. That those are natural things. Yes, y'all gonna have disagreements. Y'all gonna not gonna agree on everything. But ultimately, when those disagreements happen, like um how do you deal with it? Like how what is the communication like? Like are you walking around mad? Are they walking around mad? Like not talking to each other because like that's ultimately like what it's not supposed to be. Am I saying like you don't have a right to be angry about whatever it is? That I'm not saying. You have your right to feel how you feel about whatever the situation is, but whenever it happens, just as quickly as you can, try to resolve it. Try to get to like what the root of the problem is. And also something to think about is um why do we feel like it's okay to like not talk to somebody or ignore somebody, or like where do those behaviors come from? Like I think I'm laughing because I'm thinking about my students. Like I don't think anybody has to teach us that behavior. It's just something like within us that we feel like, oh, I'm mad, I gotta show the other person I'm mad. And I know it's a natural reaction, but we ultimately got to think about like that's stuff we learned as a child. But we much bigger now, we much growner now, and we don't want to be in our marriage like that, walking around angry and upset and not talking. Because think about it, marriage is a covenant. It's two people that become one. So it's like it's two people kind of functioning as one, so to speak, as far as leading a family and a relationship. So if you got one of those people, that's 50% of that body. You got one of those people not talking, not communicating, the body is not functioning. The marriage is not functioning at its full capacity. It's not moving the way it's supposed to be moving. It's not growing the way it's supposed to be going, because you got half of it that's just shut down. So I just want you to take a moment, think, reflect about your communication, whether or not you are the one that shuts down, that doesn't talk. And I'm not saying you, like trying to point the finger at you, because I'm talking to me too, because I'm guilty of it. I'm already not a talker. I'm not. My husband says all the time, I'm not a talker. But there are times when I would just get quiet, get silent. And like I had to start, like, well, not me, I guess the Holy Spirit is the one that started checking me, like, Tamaya, no, like that ain't right. Like you can't just be quiet. You gotta speak. You gotta communicate. You gotta say how you feel. Like that's the only way. Like you're gonna get past whatever the issue is. Both parties have to communicate. I think like you owe that to each other to talk. Say how you feel. Put it out there, and then that gives the other person, the ability to know where your head is, where your heart is, and they have something to work from. They have something to go on. But if they don't know what you're feeling, what you're thinking, then are you really giving them a fair chance? Are you giving the problem a chance to be resolved? So just something for you to think about for today. I'm gonna go. I'll see y'all later. Love you. Hope you found this helpful. Bye bye. Until next time. Maya's Minute.